Share screen.
Hello, welcome to our very last open office hours of 2024.
Oh my goodness.
I cannot believe that this year is that close to being over. And after this, we have 3 more events for the year, and that's it. And 2 of those are exclusive in our community. So if you're not in our Slack community, you wouldn't even know about them. So it's a good place to join and get some of those exclusive events. And then we've got one more coding with Sam, which I'll also dive into later about what's going on for the rest of the year. But this morning is very cold in Florida. I don't like it. And we're going to build a site. And we're going to try to do it in an hour.
Yes. So we, at Paid Memberships Pro, we have all these use cases. We have 8 of them. And we have lots of content about a lot of our use cases. But we realized our news publishers, local news, kind of a local community news or grander. There are some big news sites that use Paid Memberships Pro, is a really big use case. We don't have great content for them. We do have what we call our blog and news kind of landing page and a hub of information. So if you have an account with us, you're able to access this landing page and then get into this blog and news hub, which is a lot of information, but it's all in one page, step by step about what are the steps to creating these news sites. If you really wanted to take your local news site on WordPress with paid membership as an option, if you were doing ads and supporting your site through ads, if you had a print version, all this stuff. So Sam and I are going to try to build a demo site.
That's something different for this one. Yeah, because we've never done a collaborative build before. We've always done like, oh, let's watch Kim build it. And we're still going to be showing Kim's screen. We're still going to be showing what Kim is doing. But throughout this in the background, I will also be helping at least supply like the news posts and featured images. And we just had ChatGPT create a logo for our news site for us. So we have a few things prepped in the background, but we've never done a collaborative build. So
yeah. So this is the empty site. If anyone's in chat and has a specific thing they're trying to achieve with their local news site, or you just want to watch us pull our hair out for 30 to 45 minutes before we pause for questions, let me know. It has nothing installed. I launched it on our InstaWP sites. It has like a fresh installed WordPress and I think probably just the Hello World, not even the Hello World plugin, no plugins. So I'm just going to get started as if I was like, hey, Kim, we need a local news site up in 1 hour. What are you going to do? And I'll just talk through what I'm doing as I go. Sam's going to start publishing some posts. So it's kind of the idea. This Sunnyvale Times is a feel-good reporting local newspaper about positive events in an area. Sunnyvale is actually a city in California. It's not what we're basing this off of, but you know.
I didn't even know that was a thing when I created the original Sunnyvale for us. So yeah, but there's that. We've got a lot of people in the chat from all over the US today, which
awesome.
Actually is kind of unusual because normally it's like we have a lot of viewers like in the UK. We have some from the US, but we've got people from Virginia, Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, Texas, Chester County, PA, and Kansas City, as well as the UK and Detroit. So all over the place. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Harold is asking, will this be available to watch later? Yes, we're going to keep this live on our YouTube channel, so you can always go back and replay it. And I know on things like this, we move fast. So a replay is really nice to slow it down, pause it, do some things on your site. So we keep that as a resource to you. All right, Kim, you can. Take it away. Oh, you're in Canva. You're having fun.
I'm in Canva. We're going to be using ChatGPT also here. Let's see. You'll have to see my weird history of ChatGPT, but we're going to pull up ChatGPT just to generate some content when we need it for this site. And we are using Canva as well for some graphics. And this was AI generated, this graphic. But I want to also, I'll put this in chat somewhere, but Publish Press is a WordPress plugin for sites that have, or I think it also has some hosted features, but It's a tool that helps sites that have a lot of different publishing people logging into the admin. There's people that are moving things, posts across the finish line at different stages of editing, of proofreading. They have some like scheduling tools. They have some calendar views of things. So they do a lot to help publishers that have lots of authors, multi-author news sites. They also curate a lot of content about publishers using WordPress. And I came across this post that has a few local news sites. So we can also peek at these eventually, but these are some WordPress powered news sites that are getting support from a investing, I guess, some injection of cash from an initiative called Press Forward. So we'll share the link to this article as well, but it's also going to be a cool place to browse the publications getting supported by this if you're looking for ideas as you design your news site. I always go back to sites like the New York Times, which maybe is shooting too far ahead for a local news site to design themselves based on. But in any case, this was a site I looked at some of these in advance to kind of get a feel for what local news sites need. I've never run one myself personally. So WordPress, the first thing I did was change my site title, Feel Good News from the town of Sunnyvale. Let's make that. I didn't even need AI to come up with that. And just set that. And if you haven't seen the screen or worked with it, other changes you can make to your WordPress site. None of these are really important right now. As far as plugins, I'm definitely going to install Paid Memberships Pro. We know that we'll, oh, I can't do that this way. Oops. Yeah, we're not in the WordPress plugins repository anymore, guys. When was the last time that I think I want to, if I load this page for you all, you'll see my license key. We don't want that because then I have to change everything in my whole life. So let's not do that. Oh, it doesn't like my file. Here, choose file now. We have been getting some people getting a timeout when they upload the plugin, and I wondered if it was like the size of the plugin to install it this way. So no, it worked. Okay, install and activate this. I'll go through the setup wizard quickly. If you are running a local news site, tell me, are you doing paid subscriptions to view content? Are you doing everything's public, but you can go ad free? That's a common thing we see with news sites. Some are completely free, and then they just have some memberships that allow people to kind of pay what they want to support the organization. So if any of those models sound best to you, we can try a few of them. I'm going to set it up that there's premium content that only members can get. And then I'm going to set up some content gating with our limit post views add-on so that people can get some free views and then they hit a paywall at a certain point. So I think that's kind of how I would do it. That gives you all that SEO juice of Google being able to crawl everything in your site. Do I want to set up Stripe in this step? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to set it up. All right. So this will just be like free membership level. We'll add a paid level also. I'm going to go fast. I'm sorry. These settings I'm going to change because we want our protected content to be discoverable in this local news site. So I am going to allow non-members to see restricted posts, and I'm going to show excerpts because I think some of the strongest things you can do are tease premium content. If you have it completely hidden, which might be necessary for certain models, that's fine. But I think in this news environment, you want to show that there's hundreds and hundreds of posts that you will gain access to and give people like a taste of that content.
So just real quick in the chat, couple comments. Corey consults with a number of local news sites, and they do all of the above. Membership subscription is probably the most common, both with and without paywalls.
Okay.
So that's interesting just to know like what the most common setups are. And then Ryan, their organization is looking towards a regional news model where they want region pages where reps from the region can upload news about their region.
Nice.
So that's a step further from our local.
Yeah. We can come back to that at the end. My brain automatically goes like, do the regions sites need their own like environment, like WordPress look and feel, or is it all rolled up into one? And it's really just, you can only publish in this category, or you can only use these tags and all the content is in the same WordPress site, or is it like a sub site and then it gets pulled up in and then the top site is kind of the aggregator of the content all within the sub. So a few ways you can do that. I'm just going to create a monthly level. I think $25 a month is a lot to ask someone to pay for news. Unfortunately, there's so much information online that might not be well curated news, but there is so much information online. All right, that's kind of the bones that we need for this stage of things. And I'm going to create, Sam, are you doing categories?
I have not touched anything yet because I did not know how
Okay.
you wanted me to do it.
Let me get, what are,
Waiting for instruction.
okay. Kim needs to learn to type today. Okay, we'll get these basic categories. Community spotlights, events and happenings. These are cute.
For those that may be following with vocal rather than by vision, Kim is asking ChatGPT, what are 8 common categories for a local news site?
Perfect. Sam, if I send you these in Slack, do you want to populate these as categories with descriptions on the site? Okay.
I know how to
could
do
have
it.
also asked ChatGPT that, but I do want to show how we when we create these demo sites, you might be doing you might be an agency, right? And you're like, I want to start tackling this local news use case with Paid Memberships Pro. I want to sell these sites as a package. The strongest thing you can do is have great demos of what you can offer people, if you haven't done one before. So either you decide you're going to start one for your local community, or you can say, let's create some demos and we'll use our brain, or we can use our third brain AI to help us do some of that content creation. Okay, cool.
Are any of these going to be restricted by membership?
I'm going to just do membership per post rather than the full category of things. And that's just something to touch on. With Paid Memberships Pro, you could create a category that's like premium members and use that as an additional category. So you had a success stories post and you also put it in your premium category. I think I'm just going to have things protect per post in the site. All right.
I feel like I have an easy job of just copy paste.
That's okay. All right. The theme I'm using 2025 because it came pre-installed with this. That's a community theme that's bundled with WordPress. There are some WordPress news themes that I came across, but I think for this demo, it would be more of a learning curve for me to also have to learn the infrastructure of a theme in addition to building this site for you all. So I'm just going to use the WordPress site editor, which I have a decent amount of experience using. I was on one of those speed builds once. So I feel capable of this, but look at this one. No, thank you. We're going to stick with this one.
I think we're both capable of this. It's just a matter of how much time we want to give to actually do it. Because I would probably need 3 hours.
All right, let's add our site logo. I did not optimize these images, but that is what.
All right, we have our
you guys can't see probably when I.
Right. I don't.
I'm just kind of building the masthead of our news site. I want it to be in the center.
We did see your media library, but I don't know if we saw your files pop up or not.
Okay, make him a little bigger.
Being weird on your computer, I don't know.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to get rid of the site title there. I'm going to center our menu, and I'm going to play with this. We don't want a page list. Okay. We're going to add our memberships. We're going to call it subscribe. I feel like that's a word that news sites like to use, right, guys? And we'll add I want it before, but I'll move it after. Okay, this will be, can you do categories? Why is this being, oh, here. You can add a category archive, right? Sam's still making those for me, so I won't add that yet.
They're all there, though.
Oh, why do you think it's not showing?
It's a caching problem.
There you go. I think it may be.
That's always the answer.
Let's just call it caching. It could be because I'm using the editor outside of what you're doing here. Let's see.
But all of the categories are in there now.
Yeah, they're not showing up. Only maybe because there's no posts in them. It doesn't want me to to
that
do
could be
that.
it. I can add the post real quick. I've got 3 ready to go.
Yeah, I think start building a few posts. Then we'll have content for things. I bet it is because they're not. You know what I might do? I'm just going to hacky add this to all of them and let's see. Probably because they're 404ing if there's no content in them. Let's see if that helps us. Pretend that. No, they're not here. All right. Art. There it is. Okay. Arts and culture. Tell me these categories, people. Community spotlight. Oh, my windows all went away. Events, food, kids. If you already run a local news site and it's WordPress based and you have all this content, you have everything already, you can add Paid Memberships Pro to that existing WordPress site if you're looking to add these monetization methods, the ones we talked about here, whether it's people pay to subscribe, people pay to remove ads, people pay to remove a paywall or a limit of what they're allowed to see. All is possible. We might just make this history. Make that a little shorter. Make this one events.
Cam, real quickly, can you send me your ChatGPT conversation that you were having about the categories? Because I can have them write an article for each of those categories.
Oh, yes. Create link. Is this how I do it?
Yeah.
Copy.
Yeah, then just select that to me.
Sometimes that works. Sometimes people share those with me and then they don't work. All right. What I might do, I might remove subscribe from here and I'm going to add it outside of this. Add after button. So it looks funner, right? It's a big button. It looks way bigger. All right. And then my row. If you're using other page builders, you know, this won't really be super helpful, I guess, for you all. I like the block editor. I don't like using many other. I want to add a login link. Okay, and that's going to say log out now. I don't have success using many other page builders when I'm using them. That logout link looks way different, doesn't it? I haven't used this theme before, so my brain is kind of like, do we like this? Let's see. All right. I'm going to make a version of the menu that's for members and non-members. But for now, we kind of have this masthead thing. Something I like about let me look at my structure here. This is a row. All right, can I add a border? Yes. Let's do this. That's nice. I feel like a lot of the news sites that I go to have like a newspaper feel, which is interesting because it's not a requirement and maybe not even as familiar to people who didn't really experience newspapers in their life. But, you know, I was trying to get this row to spread things out. That's what I want.
Harold is saying that you're a fast builder, and yes, she is extremely fast. There, but that's why we leave them online. That way you can go back and look at everything.
This is pretty cute. Do you think I need a home button? What is everyone? Let's do a quick poll. Do you add a home or a welcome or a start kind of button to your menus or no?
Not all of these are going to have featured images, but I think that's okay.
That's okay. Oh, I see them. Sam, these stories they come up with are so sweet. I think I'd rather read this kind of happy news.
I would much rather read this kind of news than the news we get exposed to.
The news we get exposed to in the world. All right. So I think most newspaper sites that I've seen have a grid of posts on their homepage, right? I'm not going to call this the blog. I'm going to get rid of that title. What I did is I got rid of something I didn't want to. All right, let's get rid of that. And then we're going to change our post template. We're going to make it a grid. I bet you there's patterns in this. Okay, let's look at what patterns came with this, if any of these are funner for our news site. What would this be? Just the picture? That's strange. No, I'm going to just do it by hand. None of these are exciting to me. They do have it like shifted up. That's kind of weird, right? See how that's
do you want me to put? Do you want me to put photos? I can like grab some real fast.
Yeah, let's put images. It's just going to
Okay.
make our finished product so fun. Okay.
I'll tell ChatGPT that I need photos.
All right, let's just see what this looks like. And I often see like one featured post before everything. If we do this, we'll do one like this. And we're going to just do a custom query, include sticky posts, and we'll just do one post. These columns, yes. This is the worst accessibility stream because I'm not talking enough. How do people who just stream like talk the whole time? They do, right? Okay. I'm still battling with the site editor a little bit here. I'm creating like a one featured post at the top. And we can make this one the sticky because I have some foster kittens right now. So it's all kittens, even though we're must love dogs people. Right now we're, how do you sticky a post in the WordPress? Can you still sticky? Maybe you can't.
Is it not under those 3 dots that we always see?
No.
Oh.
Let's try here. My back door into doing things that I want to be able to do is the quick edit. Make this post sticky. When all the features we've lost and all the features we've gained with the site editor, now we have our kittens rescued by firefighters. Cool. That's fun. But I only said to have one post, didn't I? Why is it showing 2? It is showing 2. We just want one. And this one, we want to custom, exclude sticky posts. That way they won't be duplicate. Why are we getting 2? What do you
wow. Sunnyvale opened a coffee shop.
Oh, wow.
That's in the news.
Let's say only. Then that could probably help this, right? Okay, cool.
Isn't this fun?
All right. So this is something we can go much further. Something I also see on these sites would be like a sidebar with some quick links. We could, let's do that. We'll put like a login in here. Okay. Here's my group with image at left, add before. We'll put you here. And then we'll add a Payments Pro login form there. Cool. I'm already logged in, so it'll just be like a welcome. And I need to make these go wider. Wide. Okay, cool. All right. So then that'll be a login form when we're not logged in, and we'll make it have like a member navigation for when people are logged in, which will be a good way for people to jump to things. Cool. So let's protect a post, and then we'll do some cleanup on our Paid Memberships Pro screens. I guess we can make the kitten and the firefighter one a members only post. And it will be interesting. We'll show something here that we need to put a recipe in place for. So let's say that one requires monthly membership, and then we'll define the excerpt of things. If people have questions about how post excerpts work, we have a great blog post about that. Sam's in the middle of a lot right now.
I am.
But,
sorry. I will catch up on
that's
the
okay.
chat in just a minute. I'm almost done with what I'm doing.
Oh, we don't need that
one-
code. We fixed that. That's right. Often people would have a problem where posts in a grid like this would show the excerpt and then it would show that protected content message like 30 times in repeat. So it's not happening on this site. I think we did something to resolve that, which is great. So I'm not going to even go down
One
that
comment
hole.
that
Go
I
ahead.
did just see is
Mhm.
Dane says AI generated hands are still weird because the fireman's hands are bigger than his head.
Uh-oh. That's not right. Maybe that's why it's such a great fire. Yeah, they are, right? It's depth perception. No.
What is closest to the camera is what it would be bigger. See, my hand is bigger than my head now.
No, I think he's right. That is a really cute kitten. All right.
Okay, I think
we
all
will
of our
want
things are in
a
there now. We
sidebar
have
on our
at
single
least
posts.
one in each category with images. Okay, let me read some comments.
Okay. I'm going to work on this single. Maybe we'll move
Oh,
that.
you
That's
took a
good.
poll, I guess, like a welcome or a home. There's a
Yes.
home label and a
Okay.
clickable logo to go home. A home icon on desktop, then show home label on mobile. That's a interesting difference.
I like that.
You wouldn't normally have a subscribe button and a logout link. So the
Right.
login, logout link, that's correct. You wouldn't have both subscribe and logout. The from what it looks like, the subscribe button is there all the time. And then the login, logout is PM Pro logic. So because Kim is logged in, it will say log out. And if she was not logged in, it would say log in.
I can,
like if she was logged out. That was really
I'll do what I was going to do related to Payments Pro settings quick. What's cool about having a block theme like this is the frame of your site. You can easily leverage content protection logic of Payments Pro in the frame of your site. So if you're using a classic theme, it's not as easy to toggle things on and off and add things like that. But in this case, I'm going to duplicate this section, and it just will seem weird for a while why there's two, but I'm going to turn on the content visibility settings here. And I'm going to say that this is the version of the menu we show, we hide from members. So if people are logged in with a membership, we're going to hide this version of the menu. And then this version, we will also enable the visibility and we will show to members. So when I view my site now from the front end, I'm not going to see two menu bars. I'm just going to see one. But really now we have the control to create different experiences, different navigation experiences based on who's logged into the site. And we can go more granular than this. I'm just saying all members, we could have a custom menu for that free level from our monthly. So if this is the one I'm hiding from members. So this is the one for members. I'm going to remove this and I'll just make this a my account link. And I'll change the link to the membership account page. And I don't even think I linked this one.
And like I said, the log out, log in is just smart logic that plays in the background.
Oh, I don't have a membership level. Let me give myself a level. I'm like, why isn't it working? I'm just going to give myself one. I'll say I'm paying and I'm a monthly member. Okay, cool. So now it kind of feels better, right? I can go to my account and I can log out. People love when I do the demo of welcome Kim in headers and adding their name. So that takes a custom code snippet. I'll put a note to get to that later. Name. Cool. And this same trick to do the content visibility of the menu, it works with other page builders. It works with Divi and it works with Elementor. It works with, well, any of them that we have integrations with. What's the other one called, Sam? Oxygen?
Oxygen, yeah. There's a couple more, I think.
There's a few more. So those would just be a if you can edit the header and the menu of a Divi site, of an Elementor site, you would use those page builder level protections to duplicate the header, the menu, whatever it needs to be, and have, even though it's going to look like two versions when you're in the builder experience, it's going to render like this with just one in the site.
Site origin is another one. And to Ryan's question, I know I'm skipping ahead and around on comments, but to Ryan's question, are you guys building this menu differently than if you were to use member-specific nav menus? Yes. This is not using the add-on.
Yeah. So, and I actually earlier today, I played with the plugin that worked with, which I really liked. Let me try to find it. Because of the way the block theme creates navigation menus, you can't use the nav menus add-on. The nav menus add-on is designed for sites that are using classic menus. Classic menu in navigation. I spelled that wrong, but is this it? Yes. So this plugin I used earlier today, it lets you use the classic menus interface of WordPress, which you don't get in the site editor. It was under appearance menus. You can't use these menus in your block theme, but if you use this plugin, you can. So, and then this worked with nav menus, which was really cool. So, if that's something you want to be able to do and not have to do these like duplicates, like I said, like I demonstrated, you could try this one out. The only thing you wouldn't be able to do, like the way that I separated out these two sections, and this is actually a button element, not a menu item, but I don't know. The site's looking really good, guys. Okay, let's check out some of our membership site stuff.
I'm gonna look through some of the comments a little bit while you hopefully you're not doing like anything too important to explain.
No. Let's look at like a newspaper pricing page. Go ahead. I'm gonna pull up.
There's a question on Technocracy News and Trends about getting paid subscription info from Woo subs back into Paperships Pro. Reach out to us on our contact form. With Woo subscriptions, there is not actually a way to migrate subscriptions, but we do have an article to kind of help you through what you can do. So please reach out to us there for us to go into that with you. Just because that's a little bit more specific and off topic for this. Ryan is glad that we're working in Gutenberg and struggling a bit too. I regularly fight with Gutenberg, but I fight more with page builders, to be honest.
It's just because you and I use it because that's what we use on our own site. Yes. So we
but every day is a fight.
Yeah.
Hi from long-winded Chris. What theme are we using? We are using the 2025 theme on our site. And Kim is asking ChatGPT to write a small widget to encourage people to sign up and log in. Oh, with code.
I don't need the code.
Might have missed it. Are these all features of the free version? Or are you donating paid features too? As of right now, the only thing we have on our site is Paid Memberships Pro that you do have to download from our site, as it's not in the WordPress repository to search for there anymore. But right now, this is 100% free plugin. This is nothing premium.
Yeah, so far. I'm like hesitating because I want to add the advanced levels page, but I'm not going to do it. I think we can just build it without. So I'm in the site editor again, editing the single template. So I'm going to try to add some like calls to action that are also going to be hidden with that content visibility. But I'm going to just add a simple one right now for like join and become a member. And okay, I don't need italics. I don't need an emoji. And I'm going to give this like a background. I thought I saw like a yellow in our theme, which I don't always love yellow for let's do pink. Because I don't know the colors. We haven't really done like a color scheme or anything for this. Let's give it some good padding and a button. And what is ChatGPT like? Already a member? Okay, just do sign up now. We could do a checkout button. Let's do that because I think that's an underused. So I inserted the block. It's called the checkout button, and it's going to go right to checkout for our membership, for our paid one. We'll get some people to sign up for this site. Let's go. Cool. I like that. Save. And now this is that call to action we're putting into our single post. Since we already have membership, we wouldn't want this to show, but I'm going to leave it there just so I can see it. Well, I can do the view without access thing, actually. Let's do that. I always go to say something and then I'm like, actually, hide from all members. Okay, we're doing content visibility again with that. So I can't see it now, but if I say view without access, then I'll see that. What I just did by editing the template and adding content that's only visible to non-members is a great way that you can do ad and ad free. So if you're want to serve ads to people with a free level or to people who have no level, who are just visitors, and you have the ability to edit your theme like this, or you have a classic theme that has widgets, you can use our membership short code to put content and wrap it within a protection. You can use content visibility on the blocks like these. And that would be the kind of the same way. This is a call to action to sign up. It could also just be the embed code for my Google AdWords. I'm not sure. That's what Jason and I were saying earlier. We don't even know what ad plugins and platforms people are using nowadays for news sites. But most of them that have a WordPress plugin or a way to integrate and drop into your site are going to have a way for you to unhook that logic, either through simple tools like this, or maybe through like PHP scripts that say like exit early or don't do this. So it really depends what ad program you're using to do that. But now we kind of have like a persistent CTA on our single posts. And I'll show you how easy it would be to just take this same block and then we'll add it below our content. I'm going to put it before our comments. Add it there as well. Oh, I thought I copied the group, but I didn't. Copy, paste. Okay, cool. And we're still viewing without access. So we'll see kind of the power of these block themes is that you can pretty readily add things that are, you edit in one place and it persists across all posts. We can go to other posts on our site and we'll see that same block because it's part of the theme, not the post itself directly. So pretty cool. I'm all over the place with this because Sam and I didn't really prep or plan because we were like, you know what, like it has to be.
We did it
Is
on
it
purpose.
possible? So we're only at 37 minutes. That's not so bad. We had some gibber in the beginning. I'm going to enhance this levels page a little bit. I'm going to not use our. I'm going to use the single level block since we're all block editor here. And I need to choose.
I don't think he's in the comments right now, but if Sensible Senko is watching this, here is also how you could do your levels page. We were talking about it in his success check.
Oh, okay.
So, Gavin, if you see this, shout out to you. This is how you could do this.
I did jump to this site. I thought this was cute. Look how they have their levels page. I was going back to that press forward sites that were getting funding. Although I don't know here. Hold on. Does anyone see a way to like sign up? Advertise with us?
Maybe plus.
Maybe they don't have, they might not have like a paid supported version. Not every online news goes that route, which I think maybe that's just something for them to try, or they're just like, you know what, no one's going to pay for this. This one's cute. It has like, how do you want to pay? And we did talk about adding like a donations thing to the site.
And that monthly annual toggle will be a open office hours in the first quarter of the year. So
these all look like they're using a similar stack. Because this looks very similar to the other one, right? They have like a most popular. They have their logo. I think they're using Stripe.
I will say their contrast is kind of hard to
that is hard to read there. Okay. So let's do what we want to do. This is similar to what that was. All right. So here's the block. Let's do that one. I don't know these colors, guys. Add some padding.
Who picked the colors? Because it wasn't me. I would not have picked pink.
These came with it.
I would not have chosen
I could change
pink.
the scheme. No, I should change the color scheme. I can do that. We don't have a level description on this site.
Ryan, I
So
do
let's
see
just
your question about protecting specific blocks like a video, and yes, I will have Kim review that.
All right, let's go to our page. I think we're not going to like it. It's going to be a little big and crazy. Yeah.
It's a little wide.
Little wide. All right. And then let's see what other page templates this has. Does it have like a no title? Page no title. That's always like the one we want, you know? And what does this say? Let's use our same text from our other. This is a no title page, which means it's template, which means it's not going to show a heading. So the first heading I want to use is an H1, because that's like what the anchor should be for the first kind of landmark on the page. So let's group these. We'll do this.
And that's important for accessibility.
Why isn't that centering? Oh, my stack, I have to say justification. I might make this bold. Let's see. Font appearance. Bold. Sure. All right. And then I think my columns, I don't want this to be so wide. How do I want to do this? Let's just see what this looks like.
It's a bit better.
It's a little better. It's still a little weird. Let's do that. Give it some space. And then I think we need this to, maybe I don't have to go wide. I'll just do that. All right. But it's not centering it. Why did it lose my centering? I don't like the stack block. I'm going to switch to a regular group. Something about this is too much. I know you don't like centered text, Sam. You get upset with me because it's not as accessible. All right. We can go harder on this one later. Let's just go with it. We have our checkout page. We didn't add in custom fields to this. It's kind of just pretty bare bones. I don't want to do too many little things too much on the membership side of things. We want to install limit post views. We talked about doing a name in the nav menu. So yeah, I'll start limit post views and then we can just open to questions and I'll do it while we're doing questions, if that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not too many questions right now other than
okay.
some one content visibility question of
okay.
They want to be able to show like the whole post, but the post has a video in it and they want to hide the video unless you're a member.
We can do
that's a pretty easy thing to show.
All right. So I put limit post views in here. Limit post views is the add-on for paid memberships pro that does that. You get 1 free article view per month. You get 5 free article views per month. And once that limit's reached, you can either redirect right away to the levels page, or you can keep them on the page and show like a blurred, like we do on our site, like a banner, or overlay the content with something and like force that sign up. So if we just go to like the New York Times, which, you know, I don't like to go to a news website and pull things up that I don't know. Here, this one might not even be, I need a post that isn't offensive, guys.
Good luck with that.
I know.
Best art of 2024. How could that be offensive?
Here we go. All right. So what I wanted to demonstrate is this thing that slid in at the bottom of the site. So I can't actually scroll and view this page. I'm kind of forced to log in or to pay to see this. So that's what limit post views does for you. And you could configure what non-members are allowed to do, how many views they get per month. If you say 1, they get 1 view, but also so does Google. And Google can index your entire site this way, which also is your judgment of whether you want that to happen. But it's a pretty cool way to get around that loss of the SEO, loss of crawling when content's protected. A search bot's always going to look like a unique visitor to the site. So if you set your non-member post views to 1, a search can crawl the entire site, or as deep as it chooses to spend time on for your site. And then you'll get a little bit more traffic for words that are in protected posts. People will still be blocked from viewing them once they hit the limits you impose with limit post views. So I configured it for this site to have non-members get 1 view and members, free members to see 5, and monthly is going to be unlimited. So we're not going to set that. And then the default will be that it redirects to your levels page. We have some code recipes Sam can put in chat. I won't probably have time to spend to set them up here. I could demo how ours works. I just have to log out of our site, which maybe I don't want to do. But let's say I did give myself membership, right? Let me go to the free level
And
so we can see.
Okay, just a couple things. So this is a premium add-on. So this is our first
That's our first
premium add-on that we put on the site, which you can also get from GitHub. It just does not come with support or automatic updates. So there is a free way to get this, but there would be no support and there would not be automatic updates. You would be responsible for updating that yourself.
Yes.
Secondly, I did drop the link to this add-on in the chat, and in that page on the right-hand side, there are related articles and recipes, so you can find those there. And if we have time, can you show how you could make the logo, when you click the logo, direct it to home?
Sure.
Thanks.
So what I just did, I edited a post. We only had 1 protected post on the site, so I wasn't going to be able to demonstrate limit post views, but I added another protected posts. Even with limit post views, it doesn't say, okay, assume everything on the site's protected. Now let me do my work. You still have to manually protect single posts, single pages, or use category level protection. So right now we left all of our categories public, but we could have said everything in arts and culture requires membership. So I set my post to require monthly, and I'm logged in as a member with free. So I should get 5. Oh, I'm still logged in as a member. Let's change it so it's 1, so then we just can. All right, let's just change it to 1 for free people also, which doesn't really make sense. What's the benefit of signing up? But we already viewed a post. Now we're going to view another one. And then I refreshed the screen. It's hard to see. I got redirected to the levels page. The way that our limit post views works is based on JavaScript. So it doesn't, there's like that quick view of it, and then it's going to redirect them. Did everyone catch that? So it's a JavaScript based redirection. And those recipes Sam linked to have ways to stay on the post itself and do that blurring. I can try it. I don't have code snippets yet on the site. We didn't really customize anything yet. Is our logo already a link? Oh, it is. Well, in the site editor, how to make this logo a link was the question. Yes. I'm going to go back into and edit my header. Because I'm using the logo block, which is a block available to me when I'm using a block theme and creating my site in the site editor, I have this toggle link image to home. Let's say I was just using a regular image. Look at all these happy people. Like this. Look how nice and big it is. How big did we make this one? 180. Okay. If I was just using an image, I would just use the link here and have that go to like / which is usually your home page of your site. So is that the question? I think.
Yes.
The logo block's pretty cool that it can do that automatically for you and some other
I didn't know
things.
that was a thing.
The way that that there's a block called logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see.
That's
like,
really
I guess I didn't even touch the footer, but because I updated the header and added that logo block, now you can only have 1 logo assigned in the logo block at a time. So WordPress is like, we know what logo you have, and it's going to use it. Like it's using it in my fave icon, and then also here in this footer template that we didn't adjust at all. But yeah. We can add a menu for members here if we want. This does use this regular menus area. Call this the members menu. I don't want these. Is it going to add all of these in it? Oh, okay. I'm just going to have to remove stuff. Orders. Do we want a home link in this? I don't know. Get quiet. I should have just said start with a new menu, not start with all the pages in the world. I'm going to assign this menu we just generated to the login widget location. So now when we're on our home page, we'll have some navigation here. I don't like the way this theme is indenting that. I'm going to undo those. I'll just do it like this. Can you do that? Menu order, original, move out from under. Oh, there you go. I find that the drag on this is sometimes tricky. All right, so now we have kind of some navigation here for people instead of what would be a login. I'll log out so we can see what our site feels like as a non-member here. So now if I'm logged out, I have a prominent login block. Maybe you want that there, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to use that for a call to action. You can put your login in the bottom. I'm going to get hit by a redirect, yeah, from my view. And then we have a way for people to log in here and then a direct link to the subscription page for people. Not bad for under an hour, right, y'all?
Not bad at all.
All right. I want to log back in. I need my magic login link.
And then also, can you show the like a video being restricted or
yes,
a
let's
specific
do that.
paragraph being restricted or something like that?
Yes. I'm going to disable limit post views because it's going to give me trouble. That one's already protected, so we don't want it to be that one. Let's see here. All right. So let's say this post, oh, I wanted to go to edit the post. Okay. All right. So we're going to put a video in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have one for you.
We need a YouTube video.
We do not have any videos.
We'll have like Inception here, whatever.
I don't have any videos of an elementary school launching a reading buddy program.
All right. So if we just embedded it like this, I'm a free member, so I'm going to be able to see it. And we want it to be like an upgrade for certain people only. So you could just set content visibility on the block itself. You could put it in a group and protect the group. Let's say it'll be more obvious that there's a group if I put my favorite pink as my new color. If I do this, like premium only video. Okay, so now everything in my pink box, this heading, this embed is going to have the visibility requirement. And I'm going to say, I'm going to only show it to my monthly people. So now if I view this post, I can't see it. If I say view with access, that's just the way as me as admin can preview this. Your users won't have the tool that lets them just freely view things, but that is what somebody who had access to that section would see. If I go back to viewing as my current levels, I'm a free level person currently, so I don't see that block. So you can intermix these. Again, if you're using a different page builder, there's similar functionality built into Divi, built into Pay Memberships Pro for Divi, for Elementor, to hide just sections of things, little bits of content. Yeah. If you're using a page builder that we don't have integration for, you might be able to use our shortcode to do that.
Can you show the, can you toggle on the message?
Oh, yes.
And show what the message would look like?
Why is that so long? We have to look at that. So what Sam just asked me to do here, we know that this entire group, this entire pink thing, you can see there has a requirement to be monthly. Another option with the content visibility block is to have it show that protected content message in place of what content it's swapping out. So I turned that on for this section. You could have many of those, right? There could be, you might not want to do this, but if you had many videos in the post, you could have content, you could have another sections like, reveal this by joining. That's just a way to
Or the
make it
other way,
known that there's hidden content. Go ahead.
the other way you could do that is not show the message, but then create a block in the reverse and say,
Yes.
and put your own custom message of like, if you're a premium member, there's a video for you. Make sure you log
Yep.
in, and you can like add out your button to log in, or
We could add
you could create like the opposite.
we could manually, yes, place like this guy in here. That's hidden for members. So now we'll see. Oh, I have a membership. Hide for specific. I'll see that instead of the video.
Exactly.
And then, yeah. Yeah, so much you can do. I think we need to start a newspaper, Sam.
Okay. Oh, actually, that's kind of my my cycle work for this week is to figure out how to do the monthly news for PM Pro. So
maybe it's a newspaper.
if y'all have any ideas, let me know. I gotta figure out how to make sure we do that on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
That's my homework assignment.
That's good.
Real quickly, can you explain how you can set the editor from Elementor to Gutenberg?
If you're already using
still have our
Elementor,
Elementor site.
if you're already using Elementor, I wouldn't suggest disabling it. It depends how embedded you are in Elementor. So when you create a new page in WordPress or a new post, I know with Elementor you can click edit in Elementor. And if you don't choose to do that, you'll get for that individual post's
same goes for Beaver Builder, and I think Divi does the same thing. I think a lot of them do it actually.
Yeah. So you'd go, if you're like adding new content, you'd be able to start a post, and then if you wanted to, you could say, no, let this be an Elementor managed poster page and go into that experience. Going back doesn't really work great. Once something's already created in Elementor, it's not very clean to turn it into a post that the block editor can edit post-wise. And then I don't know how far Elementor integrates with block themes and how that works, but some of the stuff we did relating to editing our site header and our menus and like kind of that whole framework of the site, I think Elementor has their own expectations for how the theme is created, but I might be wrong, and you might be able to use Elementor for just certain pages and posts in the site and not to as the theme itself that controls everything in the site. I think that's
I know you can with Beaver Builder.
Spin up a demo and give it a shot.
Yeah, the best way is to test it. Spirit says, who or what is hosting this? I am hosting this. I'm your ghost host. Sorry, little Disney humor. No, we are streaming through StreamYard. So that is how we are streaming live to you.
Maybe they mean the site itself? Our web host?
Maybe it is the hosting site. See, there's so many different hosts.
Yeah.
So maybe you could be a little more specific, because technically I am the show's host.
Yeah.
And then we have our streaming host, and then we have our site host. So
what's the site?
Which host do you want? Oh, the site.
We use,
the site.
We use InstaWP, which this isn't going to be a real website that we host anywhere. It's kind of just a throwaway demo site. I don't know if we'll even keep this. Maybe we will, just for fun. But you can spin up demos of Paid Memberships Pro by going to try.pmproplugin.com, but it won't look like the one we're creating today. It'll be this is a different theme for this site. I was going to add code snippets and do
my favorite plugin.
Any other questions? I can't stop. Once I start doing this, I'm going to want to make this site all day, even though it's fictitious.
I mean, that's fine. I've got nothing else to do until 2 p.m.
No,
have we done a video similar to this for building a directory site with PM Pro?
No, and that's kind of intentional. So. There's big changes in big improvements coming to member directories, and it leverages some updates to user fields in core Paid Memberships Pro. So I want to do one. I think it's just the timing of all of that. It would be bad to do now because it would change for you in a really positive way next next year. Yeah,
while
but
we're
we
at
should.
the top of the hour, and you can totally keep
Mhm.
going, but while we're at the top of the hour, please go to our live page so we can go over the events before I lose my viewers.
Yes, don't drop off yet.
Um,
Oh, me?
yeah,
Are you
you
talking about
go.
me?
Yes, go to Paintbrush Pro /
But I'm
live.
developing. All right, I'm gonna do it in secret.
You can take
Go
a
ahead.
break real quick.
Can you see
Okay.
it?
Yes, we can see it. If you scroll down, I have posted all of Q1's events. January is going to be quite the month with 4 open office hours. One event that we have been asked for in the community is kind of a PM Pro roadmap, and we don't actually have a solid roadmap. So the first event of the year is going to be Jason and Kim explaining not the 2025 PM Pro roadmap, kind of the opposite.
We've been 13 years in this, and we've done like huge strategic planning. We've done like this year, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, where do we want to be? But we don't keep a public roadmap. And I think that it used to give me uncertainty. Now I love it because we've been able to plan ahead, but also be agile in moments. And our work is planned in quarters, really.
Mhm.
But we still have, I was just on a call this morning and we were writing like huge lists of like all the things we're going to put in focus. So I don't want anyone to feel like we don't plan. We just don't publicize a promised roadmap or have like public lists like that we maintain because they quickly become incorrect. I've found, and I don't know. I often feel like when I read those on other people's development sites, it's just a place to like send people to like upvote things that you don't actually use as deeply as it may appear that you're using it. So that's
Uh-oh, Kim froze, at least for me. Okay, Kim is frozen. I hope people can still hear me because she's not there. So since I can't, let's see, I can remove her screen and I'll present my screen to go over the rest of the events. Well, hopefully Kim comes back. Okay, people can hear me. And so is Kim frozen for you guys then? I think she's frozen for me. That's okay. So we'll just share my window. And okay, let's talk about the other events that we have going on. Oh, she like left me. Our next Coding with Sam event is going to be December 20th at 9 a.m. Eastern. If you are familiar with these events, we have had, I think Kim is back. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Okay. So these
phone.
events are pretty. Are you okay? Oh, she's like in and out.
Yeah.
So these events
No, I'm good. I don't know what happened.
pretty ad hoc. We don't
rats.
really do much planning for these. But I have started something new the last one, Coding with Sam's. If you are in the Slack community, you will get exclusive access to what I am going to be coding the day before I go live. So you have a little bit of information as to whether you're interested in the stream, if it's going to be helpful for you, if you want to look and see, and maybe you can try to test the code before I even go live, if you want to do that. So that's another benefit to being in the Slack community. And then we do have some community events early next week. So again, if you're not in the Slack community, I strongly encourage you to join. And next Coding with Sam, I'm gonna wear a Santa hat because it's almost Christmas. So Kim, you gotta dress up too.
Okay. Maybe I'll bring a dressed up dog.
Sorry, put reindeer ears on Maggie.
It'll be intermittent. Yes,
you're
that's
more
what I'll do.
solid than what you were. You were froze.
I was okay.
Yeah, but people could hear me.
I hope I had a weird face.
Yeah, so I don't know what you were gonna code, but if you want to keep going, I can give you back.
Oh, it's probably
abilities.
gonna be bad because I'm on phone connection, so it's good. We'll save it for the next one.
Okay.
I think because I'm on phone data, it's going to be really poor.
Probably. You had internet issues this week too.
I
Right?
did.
Wasn't there one morning that you were like, we have no internet here?
A tree. I think someone's tree, because I was driving
Uh-oh.
later on the road by our house and there was like tree debris. I was like, I think this tree came down.
Wow. Well,
All right.
okay. So we're going to unexpectedly end the live stream, which is fine because we're at the hour anyway.
Yes.
But
That's
those are
good.
our events. Q1 is planned out.
Yes.
January is going to be a really big month. 2025, we're also adding more community events, which is awesome.
Yes.
And then I've also gotten feedback that they definitely want a directory workshop like we did today. So we'll
Sounds
keep
good.
doing these workshops as it makes sense based on development. Because like Kim was saying, we don't want to give you a directory workshop now and then it's going to drastically change for the better later. We want to give it to you top tier.
Yes, for sure. Cool. Well, the blog and news page and hub, if you're in your membership account at Paid Memberships Pro, it's going to be in the sidebar of your dashboard with us. So log into your paidmembershipspro.com account, go to your membership account page, and in the left sidebar, you'll see blog and news hub. That's the page that'll give you not exactly the tools we use today because we did this custom theme thing, but it'll give you kind of the end-to-end how to set up and things to think about related to your news site. So thank you for tuning in.
And I just put the link to that hub in the chat as well.
Cool.
So you'll be able to see that.
Perfect.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I always forget
Lady
to
Right.
ask for those. Oh, balloons. Yay. Thank you, everybody. This is the last open office hours of 2024. So we will see you for open office hours in 2025.